Hi guys, in this video we will be solving the gold mine problem. So let's first understand the problem, what the problem statement says. Then we will try to figure out the solution for this problem. Okay. So the statement says that we will be given a number n and a number m. That is the row number of rows and number of columns in the matrix. And then we will be given a matrix of integers where each cell represents the amount of gold in that particular cell. Okay, so if this cell has an integer value 5, that it means that 5 units of gold are present in this particular cell. So our aim is that we can start from either this cell or this cell or this cell. What do I mean by this is that we can start from any of the cell in the first column. We can start taking from any of the cell in the first column, and if we are at a particular cell, suppose I comma j, then we can move only in three directions. That is, we can move to the cell with coordinates I minus 1 comma j plus 1, or with coordinates I comma j plus 1, or I plus 1 comma j plus 1. These three coordinates we can move only to these three cells if we are at a particular cell I comma j. Then we have to tell that what is the maximum amount of gold that we can dig out through this grid. Okay, and we can start from anywhere in the first column. Okay, like we can, it is not possible that we will start digging from the second column or from the third column. This is not possible. We have to start digging from the first column only. Okay, but we can start from any cell, that is either this one or this one, any of the cell in the first column. Okay, and if we are at any cell I comma j, then we are allowed to move only in these three cells. Okay, that is one cell upwards and one cell in the horizontal direction and one cell in the vertical direction, and also shifted horizontally by 1 unit. Okay, so if we are at I comma j, then we can move to only these three coordinates. Okay, so now we have to find the maximum gold that we can collect in this grid. Okay, so let's see how can we approach this problem. Okay, how can we approach this problem? Like, if we are at any cell, suppose I comma j, we are, and we want to reach this, we want to calculate the maximum gold. So for calculating the maximum gold, suppose there is a grid, this is a grid. So at most we can start collecting from this cell. We can move till the last column. We cannot go beyond this last column since the grid does not exist after the last column. So at most we can move till the last column only. Okay, so we cannot move after the last column. Okay, now if I am in the starting column, then I can move only in three directions. I can move either to I j plus I minus 1 j plus 1, I comma j plus 1, or I plus 1 j plus 1. I cannot take any move other than this. So what I will do is that I will make a recursive way and I will ask this guy, you tell me what is the maximum gold that you can dig if I start from you. Same I will tell to this particular guy and this particular guy. Okay, now suppose these guys tell me that, this guy telling me that I can give you x1 amount of gold, this guy tells me that I can give you x2 amount of gold, and this guy tells me that I can give you x3 amount of gold. Okay, then the maximum gold which I can collect if I start digging from this point is maximum of x1 comma x2 comma x3 plus the gold where I am currently, that is gold of I comma j, is the maximum gold that I can store at any index or at any cell. Okay, so this is the recursive intuition which we are going to use in this particular problem. Now let's mm, do a dry run and let's see how can we solve this particular problem. Okay, now how can we, if we use tabulation, how can we solve this particular problem? Okay, let's see that. Suppose this is our grid, this is our DP array where we will be storing the answers. Okay, we can start either from this cell or this cell or this cell, this cell or this cell, any of these cells. Okay, and at max we can reach till this cell. We cannot go beyond this cell because the grid ends in this column. Okay, so we are not allowed to move beyond this cell. Okay, so how will we do that? If I am, suppose if I am in the last column, if I am in the last column, do I have any other option to move in any of these three directions? No, I do not have option to move in any of these direction. Why? Because the grid does not exist after this particular point. This is the last point. So for these points, what will be the answer? The maximum gold will be same as the maximum gold which is present in this location. We cannot get gold from the cells which are after this particular cell. Okay, so for these cells, answer will be same as the gold stored in this particular cells. Okay, so for these cells, answer will be same. Like I cannot get gold from any cells which are ahead of me or which are in forward of me. So okay, so for these cells, answers will be same, like 2 4 6 2 4 and 1. Okay, now let's come one step backward. Now if I am in this cell, what are the options do I have? Can I go one step in upward direction? No, I cannot go over here because the grid does not exist over here. So for this cell, this particular option is not valid. So I have only two options. That is, either I can go in this direction or I can go in this direction. Okay, so this direction gives me 2 and this gives me 4. The maximum of 2 and 4 is what? 4, plus the maximum gold which I have is, the gold which I have is 8. So 8 plus 4 equals to 12. So maximum gold that I can dig if I start digging from this point is 12. Okay, let me write that. So maximum gold at this point is 12. Okay, now let's take the case of this particular cell. This cell can go to either this cell or this cell. Okay, so maximum of 2 4 and 6 is what? 6 plus the gold of this particular cell. This particular cell has 0 gold, so maximum gold if I start digging from this cell is 6. Okay, so answer here will be 6. It is 12. If I think of this cell, maximum of 4 6 and 2 is what? 6 plus what is the gold in my cell, that is 4. So maximum, so here the answer will be what? Maximum of 2 4 and 6, maximum of 2 4 and 6, that is 6, plus the gold in my cell, that is 6 plus 4 equals to 10. Okay, so 10 will be answer. So if you look at the pattern, what are we doing? We are taking the maximum of all these three directions. Maximum, we are taking the maximum, and then we are adding the gold of I comma j, that is the gold in the cell in which we are currently residing. Okay, so we are adding this. Now let's quickly fill up this dp table. Maximum of 6 2 and 4 is what? 6 plus my gold is 2, so here answer will be 8. Here maximum of 2 4 and 1 is what? 4 plus my gold is 2, so answer 6 will be there. Now take this cell. This cell can go in upward direction, in forward direction, but it cannot go in downward direction. Why? Because the grid does not exist over here. So we are not allowed to move in downward direction for this cell. So for this cell, we'll consider only the answers from these two cells. So maximum of 4 and 1 is what? 4 plus my gold is what? 5. So 4 plus 5 equals to 9. So 9 is the answer for this cell. So if you see what we have to handle, there are some base cases, like if we are on the in the last column, and the maximum gold we can collect is the amount of gold present in that cell. Okay, like we cannot get gold from cells which are ahead of us because there are no cells after the cells in the last column. So for the cells in the last column, the maximum amount of gold is the gold present in that cell only. Okay, apart from this, if we are in the first column, like if we are in the first column, then we are not allowed to take gold from the upward direction, like since the upward direction does not exist, so we are allowed to take answers only from the horizontal direction or in the downward direction. Okay, similarly one more case, like if we are in the last cell, means in the last row, then we are not allowed to move in downward direction, we can move only in horizontal and upward, since the downward direction does not exist. So we will consider only these two cases. Okay, and for these cells we will consider answers from both upward, forward and downward direction, and then we will add the gold in our current I comma jth cell. Okay, now let's fill this. For this we can move, we will take maximum of these two, that is 12. 12 plus 2 14. For this maximum is 12. 12 plus 5, that is 17. For this maximum is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. For this maximum is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. For this maximum is 9, and 9 plus 9 is 18. For this maximum is 9, and 9 plus 8 is 17. For this maximum is 17, and 17 plus 4 is 21. For this maximum is 17. 17 plus 6 is 23. Okay, and so in this particular manner we can fill this dp table. After filling this dp table, what is stored at this particular location? If we look clearly, it is stored that if I start digging from this cell, what is the maximum gold that I can collect. Okay, this is stored at this particular location. Similarly, what is stored at this particular location? Same, maximum gold if I start from this location. Here what is stored? Maximum gold if I start from this particular location, and the constraints are same, that we can move only in 3 directions. Okay, so what will be stored over here? It is stored that maximum gold is stored at this location if I start from this position, and same constraints that we can move only in 3 direction. What is stored over here? That maximum gold if I start from this cell, maximum gold if I start from this cell. And what was our question? Our question was the maximum gold that we can collect if we are allowed to start from the first column. So how will we calculate our answer? After filling this table, here the maximum gold will be stored if we start from this cell. Same for this cell, same for this cell, same for this and this. So what we have to do is that after filling this dp table, we can take the maximum of the first column in the dp table. Since at dp of I comma 0, what is stored? Maximum gold if we start from this particular ith row, if we start from ith row and 0th column. So after filling this dp table, what we can do is that we can simply take the maximum of the first column, and that will be our answer, because we are asked to find the maximum gold that we can collect if we start from the first column, and that is what is stored over here. Okay, I think this had been clear to you guys. Now let's try to code this out, and let's see whatever we have discussed, whether it is correct or not. Okay, what we have to take scanner, and we were given rows. Okay, then we are given numbers, that is the golds present in the cell. We'll make an array to store that. Okay, now let's take input. Let's take input in the gold array. Okay, let's now make a dp array. Now let's fill the dp array. What we have to check, that if we are in the last column, that is the first page, then our dp of I comma j is same as the gold present in that cell, that is array of I comma j. Else we have to make sure if we are the first, let me full screen it. Else we have to make sure if we are the first row, then our answer will be only from the horizontal and downward direction. Or downward direction, that is dp of I plus 1 j plus 1. Else we have to make sure that if we are the last row, that is I equals to n minus 1, then our answer will be only from horizontal and upward direction, that is horizontal direction and upward direction. Else we can take answers from all the three directions. So like take the maximum of the upward direction and downward direction. Now let's take the maximum of these with the horizontal direction. It is P of comma plus 1 and answer. Finally, our dp of I comma j will be answer plus array of I comma. After filling the dp array, what we have to print is, let's make a variable answer. Let's initialize it with dp of 0 comma 0. We have to take the maximum from the first column, so that is what we are going to do. After this we can simply print the answer. Okay, so now let me explain you what I have done over here. Yeah, in this particular block what I have done is that, like if this was our grade, like if we are in the first row, then we are not allowed to move in upward direction. We can move only in horizontal or in vertical direction. These two are allowed, so that I have managed in this line. Okay, here I have written condition for that. Okay, like if we are in the first row I equals to 0, then we are moving only in the horizontal or in the vertically down direction. Okay, now if we are the last row, that is I equal to n minus 1, then we are allowed to move in horizontal and vertically upward direction. We are not allowed to move in downward direction since the grid does not exist. So we have written like array of we can move in horizontal direction or upward direction. Okay, else if we are in the middle, we are amongst the middle rows, then we can move in all the three directions, and we have to take the minimum of the all the three, sorry, maximum of all the three, and then we have to add our answer, that is gold in our current cell. So we have taken the maximum among the here in this line we have taken the maximum of the upward row and the downward row. In the next line, whatever the maximum we got from these two rows, we have taken the maximum with the horizontal move. Okay, in this particular line. After that we have stored the maximum plus whatever gold we have in our cell, that is array of I comma j in our dp over here. Okay, finally we have, what was the question was that we are allowed to move from any of these cells, and we have to get the maximum, tell the maximum gold that we can dig out. Okay, so each of these cells contain the maximum amount of gold if we start digging from this particular cell. Okay, so what we have done is that after filling the dp, we have simply taken the maximum of the first column. In this particular over here we have taken the maximum, and then simply we have printed the answer. Okay, now let's try to run this code. Let's check if, like, whether whatever we have thought, whether is it correct or not. Okay, let's try to run it. Let's see whether we have done correct or not. So it is giving correct answer. Let's try to submit it, whether we are passing all test cases or not. Let's see that we are passing all the test cases. That means our solution is correct. I hope you guys would have understood the solution.